1-0 to Schwindel. Swinging a pop fly on the infield, playable foul territory. Arenado falls. The ball is dropped. They get the out at third. They get the out at second.
How about infield fly rule? Infield fly rule. That's got to be an infield fly rule.
A lot of questions on this play. First, very rudimentarily, we look at the infield fly criteria. First and second, occupied with less than 2 out, yes. A batted ball that is hit high in the air that can be caught by an infielder using only ordinary effort, yes as well. So the criteria are met here. This is an infield fly. Let's go into the next phase of this discussion.
Fired it down to Edman to get the force on Ortega.
So once we have an infield fly called, once the ball is fair, the batter is out. With the batter out, the force is removed on all preceding runners, which means there are no force plays for this event. Bill Miller points at the runners, second and third, you stay there. There are going to be 2 outs. That's the outcome. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Is that correct? Keep going.
Let's see if we can see anything from Gabe Morales, the third base umpire. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's calling it. Infield fly rule. Batters out if fair.
So the batter is out if fair. I mean, the batter is out.
But the Goldschmidt right there, Goldschmidt's got it right. The tag there should render Ortega out. It wasn't a force play, but he rounded second base. The Goldschmidt was all over it. They tagged him, so Ortega should be out.
So the batter is out on the infield fly.
Right.
But now there is no force out on either second or third.
Right. So Romine safe at third. Ortega would have been safe at second, but he rounds the base. Oh, okay. So that's Doug Eddings now saying, I called time. So he's saying time was called, and Ortega was therefore not at risk of being put out.
Why would he have called time?
I don't know. I don't know.
It seemed like the play was still going on.
I would imagine that's the point that Mike Shildt is vehemently trying to make. And Bill Miller said, I know, but that's what happened. Shilt's going to probably stay out there until he gets ejected.
Schwindel is out on the infield fly. So he's retired. Safe at third is Austin Romine. And safe at second is Rafael Ortega. But you're saying you saw Ortega off the bag at second, and he was tagged out?
Yeah, he was tagged. He rounded the bag and was tagged. And it's Goldschmidt who heads up in the infield. There goes Shildt. You know he was going to stay until that happened.
So the Cardinal manager, Mike Shildt, has been ejected. 2 outs, men at second and third. Just a typical Cubs-Cardinals 9th inning. That's all it is.
Mechanically, we have third base umpire Gabe Morales, who calls this play exactly as it should be, signals the infield fly. Home plate umpire Bill Miller joins in once the ball is picked up in fair territory, and then the Cardinals signal that they don't know what they're doing. Gabe Morales again doing the correct thing, keeping the infield fly mechanic there by going for force plays that, remember, don't exist because the batter being retired eliminates the force on all the runners. As is often said, the infield fly is designed to eliminate the potential for precisely this type of a double play due to force outs. So this is a great illustration of that, but at second base, our umpire signals the runner out on the force play that doesn't technically exist, which makes it look like not just St. Louis, but also the umpire doesn't know what's happening here. Immediately after the incorrect force out call, the umpire recognizes the mistake and tries to correct it by calling time, because in the umpire's mind he put the runner in jeopardy by erroneously calling out. That's key, because only when the umpire signaled the force out that doesn't actually exist did this play become incorrectly officiated. Everything was fine to that point, and the rulebook even has a procedure for changing a call, which the crew, I guess, tried to do here, ruling that had the incorrect force out call not been made, the Cubs runner would never have been tagged out at second, or technically off of second.
Yeah, so it's infield fly rule, batters out if fair. Well, there's the fair part, batters out.
By calling time to try to correct the mistake, the umpire made it that, yeah, you can't tag a runner out when time is out like this, so that's technically correct. but the umpire should technically not have called time when a runner is off the base, so it's sort of that catch-22, except not really.
Eddings' mistake by ruling Ortega out at second base, and that's probably why he then called time.
Yeah, it was an attempt to correct the call on the spot, which is a natural human reaction, but unfortunately not a rulebook one. According to the changing a call rule, the umpires are to determine what would have happened had the correct call been made as the initial call after the fact. In other words, had Eddings not signaled the force out, what would have happened? Does it look like the runner only left second base because of the incorrect signal? If yes, the proper outcome is to place the runner back on second base, correct it. If your answer is no, though, then the runner was leaving the base anyway because just like St. Louis and the umpire, the Cubs also didn't know what was going on. Then the correct outcome is to declare the runner out, and you have a double play with the batter out on the infield fly and the runner tagged out while off the base.
It's all over. The Cardinals have made it 16 in a row.
In conclusion, my main takeaway is so many people didn't know a rule or didn't recognize the situation. St. Louis going after force outs, Chicago's runners advancing into potential tagouts, the umpire signaling a force out, the runner leaving second base. Just a comedy of errors.
It wasn't a force play.
Here, kids, this is what's positive. The third base umpire calling infield fly. Great. Bill Miller trying to tell Eddings very subtly after it that it was an infield fly. That's fine. Paul Goldschmidt telling a teammate to tag the runner.
Tag there should render Ortega out.
Gold stars for this play go to Gabe Morales and Paul Goldschmidt. I think Goldie was the only player that knew the rule. Bill Miller gets the I have to put up with this award, and everyone else gets the Southwest Airlines Want to Get Away trophy and a free rule book to read.
Force out on either second or third.
Right.